Hello, welcome to my channel. Happy holidays. Today I'm going to be talking about wrapping kitchen cabinets for the holidays. Now, I had a subscriber that wanted to know more information or wanted to see how it's done as far as wrapping your cabinets, for the holidays. And I did it last year with this same ribbon, so I didn't want to cut any new ribbon. So I used some of the old ribbon from the previous decor project, and I'm going to do a DIY and show you how it's done. It's fairly easy, not too hard, and it doesn't mess up your cabinets, and it's really, pretty easy. So let me talk about some of the supplies that you're going to need. You're going to need scissors. So we have scissors here. You're going to need masking tape or painter's tape. Now, I like painter's tape, especially frog tape, because it comes off really clean, but any painter's tape will work. And you also want to be sure to get the 2-inch wide tape. I think it's like 1.88, which is really like 2 inches. So 2 inches of the tape, you want to be sure to get that, because the wider it is, the more room you have to take the glue, to take the ribbon onto the tape, okay? So don't forget that. And again, this is frog tape, and I love it. These are the ribbons that actually I purchased from last year. I love these ribbons. They were at the end of the season. You always want to shop for bargains and shop for discounts. These are very luxurious ribbons, and they are wired. And you also want to be sure when you're doing projects like these, always think about wired ribbon, because they are more flexible. You can shape them into the shape that you want them to be. So I got these last season, and I have a couple, but I'm not going to be cutting either of these today. But I just love this velvet. This is 3.5 inches wide. I suggest probably about 3.5 inches, but you can get away with doing maybe like 2-inch wide ribbon. It's fine, but just also make sure it is wired, okay? Because when it's wired, it's flexible. You can shape it into the shape and the movement that you want, okay? So just be sure and do that. And another pro tip, when you're looking for like fancy ribbon, go to some of the higher end places, and also Home Goods and different places like that. But you can also find them probably at Ross and different places like that. But when these come out, they go really quick. So you need to get these as soon as they come out. But if you're shopping at places like maybe Walmart, or I'd say any other type of, big box store, at the end of the season, if it's any left, you're going to get a good discount. I think I got maybe 75% off of this, and these were $8.98. So yeah, the price was really good, so I bought a couple. But yeah, that's just a little food for thought and a great pro tip. Of course, end of season. Who doesn't love an end of season sale? 75% off. Okay, so tape, and we can't forget our trusty glue gun, which is what we're going to need to adhere everything together. So don't forget your glue gun. And of course, as you can see, this glue gun has been well used, but this is my baby, and it gets really hot. So be careful when using a glue gun. Now, one thing you want to do with prepping yourself and getting yourself ready to do this project, you want to measure your kitchen cabinet. So you're probably going to have some that are, of course, the upper cabinetry, you're going to have taller ones, and then you're going to have the shorter ones like this. So taller and shorter. So go ahead and pre-cut your ribbon to the length that you're going to need for each cabinet that you're going to do. So like, for example, this is cut shorter because I already know that I'm going to use it on this cabinetry. So I've cut enough length so that it's, on the front of the cabinetry, and then it goes enough to go behind the cabinet on the inside, so that I could tape this portion or glue it actually onto the tape on the back side of the cabinet. You'll see that in a moment. So I've already pre-cut like all of my ribbon, pre-cut. But I'm not going to do all of these cabinets. Like I said, these are just some ribbon that I had on a previous project, and I am not going to cut my new ribbon because these are going to be used for something else. So with that being said, I've already done like a, you know, I've already put some up just so you can see. And I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside with this cabinet. So this is not glued down yet, so I'll show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it from the angle, but I use 2 different lengths, so you can do many different ways. You can do one, you know, strip and then just tack a bow on top. You don't have to do a cross ribbon if you don't want to, but of course I wanted to be a little fancy, so I did 2 ribbons. So I did one vertical and one horizontal, and then as opposed to doing a pre-made bow, I make my own bows, which is fairly easy. I'll show you how to do that as well. And then with that, I went a step further and I put an ornament on top of the bow. So I attached a ornament to the bow. Now, I've seen quite a few of these done, you know, on YouTube and other places, social media accounts. And some people just do like a pre-made ribbon, like I said, or they do just a ribbon, you know, going straight with nothing going across, and that's it. You know, you can do it as fancy as you want. You can do, you know, you can go over the top, or you can do something very simple. But with this, when I did it last year, this is what I decided to do because the kitchen was white and gray, so I went with the silver and white look. So like I said, pick out your own ornament, add an ornament, or not. You don't have to. Just kind of like what you want and how you envision it to look. Make it your own. Do your own thing. Some people do wreaths. I've seen greenery. I've seen all types of different ornaments. I've seen, of course, just the bow by itself. Some people just go to the Dollar Tree and they get like a red ribbon and a pre-made red bow, and they're done. They put it up, they, you know, tape it. Some people just use tape, and they take the bow right on top of the ribbon, and they keep it simple. But either way, it's really up to you, you know, how you want your design to look. So with that being said, I'm going to open this cabinet. I've already put tape up here. So I've taken the tape, and you know, you just pull off enough, do enough to where you have enough length to tape onto the inside of the door. So with this, I've already taped all 4 sides because what I decided to do, and don't mind the mess inside the cabinetry, but what I decided to do was do all 4 sides. So, because I like a little drama and I didn't want to do just you know, vertical one way. So really it's just simple. Let's see. This is the longer one, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to use my handy dandy ladder, and all you do is put glue. Oh, I'm about to be out of glue. Yeah, there we go. So there's the glue, as you can see, and you kind of center this on top of your cabinet so that you know where you want it to go. Straighten it out a little. So I'm going to glue that, hold it in place, let it set for a couple of seconds, a little hot, before you start, you know, moving it, but glue it in place. So see, it's glued really on top of the tape. So we're not going to make a mess, and all we're going to do is just at the end of the season, when you're ready to take this off, you're just going to pull the tape, and then that just pulls everything off and you don't mess up the cabinets. So I'm going to do that, and then you just pull it down, straighten it up. Pull it kind of tight, but not too tight, because what you're going to do is, if you want to, put another ribbon going behind it, and then we're going to pull it together so that we can make the bow. So with that, I'm going to use the glue gun once again. It's on the tape, as you can see. See that glue? It's right there on the tape. I'm going to pull it a little taut, but not too tight. So it's centered, and we've got a little extra ribbon. Now this is just me. If you don't want extra ribbon, you can cut it down. That's it. So now it's glued. Okay, I'm going to shut the cabinet. There you go. So the next thing you can do is take the shorter ribbon, and we're just gonna put it through here. Then I'm going to slide it, open the door, slide it. See how that is? And now all I'm going to do is tape it. Glue it, I'm sorry. I'm going to glue it. So we have enough length, more than enough, so I cut extra ribbon length. So let me go ahead and do that right quick so you can see that. I'm about to be out of glue, and I don't want to hold it in place. Hold it in place, see? There you go. And then I'm going to glue again. Just a little bit more. Hold it a little tight, but not too tight. Because like I said, what I'm going to do is let that dry a little bit. So while I'm letting that dry so that I don't pull it and it comes back off, I'm going to show you how we do the dovetails on the ribbon. This is the ornament, as you can see. So, and these are the dovetails on the ribbon. And this ribbon, like I said, actually is already pre-made because it came from last year. But for those who are not really sure how to do a simple ribbon, which you can universally use on anything, on packages, on gifts, on what, you know, whatever you want to put bows on. So this is one length. So you cut your length. All you want to do is just fold it into one another. Fold it into itself. So that's what I'm going to do. Take it, fold it over. There you go. Fold it. Then once you fold it into itself, just scrunch it. Scrunch it together. That's all. That's it. Then you have your tails. Okay, so we have our tails. So with that, then I don't have my little, but anyway, you attach it. So you could do floral wire to put over it, tie it real tight. Then you have your bow. So with this bow, it's already made. I didn't use floral wire, but what I did use was like a little zip tie. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a little zip tie. I cut it really short once I got it on to tighten it up. So let me show you how to do the dovetail. So this is the bow, and then you just shape it. And the same thing with the ornament. I used a zip tie. I've already used it, so I can't take that one off. So you take this a small zip tie, and then you attach it to the center of the bow. And there you have it. Right there. Like that. So when you do that, I'm going to take this off. All you do is pull, like crimp this together, and then you crimp that together and attach it. Now you can attach it with a zip tie, and if you don't have any zip ties, you can attach it with floral wire or pipe cleaner and cut it short. So all you do is just take it, wrap it around, pinch that, so you pinch all this together. See? Then you attach it, put your little wire, tighten it, or you can do a zip tie, tighten it, or you can do pipe cleaner. And there you have it. So you've done all of that and you've placed it all together. Now one thing I did forget to show you was that when you're doing a dovetail at the end of your ribbon, because you never want to let your ribbon be unfinished. You don't want a straight edge or a raggedy edge like that. So with that being said, you want to move the glider out of the way. With that being said, you just fold it in half. Fold it in half, just like that. Some people cut it, well, this is the way I do it. I cut it going up at a diagonal. And there you have it. Dovetail. And then some people cut it the opposite way. I don't really like cutting it the opposite way. To me, it's kind of backwards, but maybe that's a left-handed thing. I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is show you how other people, some people I've seen cut it, they cut it going down that way. So either way, but as long as it's folded in half, as long as it's folded in half, you can cut it. Boom. And there you have it, dovetails. So, those are the directions that I've shared with you for today. Give it a try if you want to do that for this season in your kitchen, to wrap your kitchen cabinets. But again, let me do this too. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just going to glue that in place. So I'm going to use my glue gun. I'm going to pull it tight since it's already done. Tape it. And again, don't mind what's in here. Tape it. Boom. There you have it. So it's cinched in the middle. The bow is placed on top. After it's cinched in, and actually you can do this before you do all of that. You can attach this to that and cinch it in, and there you have it. And then you have the dovetails. And like I said, the wire, you can shape it how you want it. And that's it. Easy peasy. Okay, so thank you for checking in on this DIY, and to the subscribers that wanted this DIY, I hope you enjoyed it, because I did. It's a fun project. It's fairly quick, so leave me a comment down in the comment section and let me know what you think. But I think this is a great idea, and it's a unique way to just add a little flavor to your kitchen, especially if you love decorating for the holidays. Okay, I'll see you soon. Hit the like button and subscribe and leave a comment. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you. Bye.